What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back. Making another Corn-Fed Inc. production right here. Gonna do a little review on the Rise of Skywalker movie, which I went and saw last night. Ate way too much popcorn. Pretzel bites were bomb. Those were delicious. And drank a lot of pop. So I pretty much did the triple threat of not being healthy. That's okay. It was good. Had a great experience. The Waterloo, Iowa theater, Marcus Theater is unbelievable. So nice. They got the recliners like in every theater. The concession stand is way nice. It's came a long ways compared to where it was like 10 years ago. The city that I guess town I live in, Cedar Falls, the theater has not done anything. It's not very nice compared to that other one. So I should definitely drive the extra 10, 15 minutes to go to that one because that one's unbelievable. As far as getting into the movie now, going to be some spoilers here. So if you haven't seen the movie, shut this video off right now because I know I'd be very upset if I saw some spoilers before. That's some of the reason why I went last night to try and get it as quick as possible so I didn't see anything bad on or spoilers on Twitter, YouTube, anywhere else, because I know people love to talk about it, which I don't blame them. So I guess diving right into the movie, I loved it. It was great. I think it's one of the best Star Wars movies I've seen, honestly. There's a lot going on, a lot to kind of process as you go on. It's a long putting everything together with, what we saw the first two movies of this trilogy, Force Awakens, The Last Jedi. So this was kind of tying the knots on everything and whatnot. Get it? Tying the knots and whatnot. But yeah, I loved it. Some of the spoilers that, like I said, shut this off if you haven't seen it yet. Rey, it's a Palpatine. I would never have guessed that. That was insane. Palpatine is alive, like some of us, from the trailer thought. He is alive, and his whole plan kind of came together, which I never would have guessed that plan either. But his plan basically was for Rey to kind of make her way back to him so she could strike him down and take in all the Sith that have came before her, because obviously she has Sith in her blood because she's a Palpatine and he was the Emperor for so long. But he wants her to strike her down, take all the Sith upon, and sit on the throne and be the ruler, which throughout the movie you kind of get little hints that she is a Palpatine. Like the one, for instance, when she shot the lightning out, that was wild. I guess I didn't even think of it at the time. I just thought she was like super powerful. But then like once they said she was a Palpatine, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. Pretty much action throughout the entire movie. It doesn't start slow. It just keeps going. So prepare to be buckled up and get ready to learn and see what happens, because it is quick pace. That was the thing. Like one of my friends, he even said that was quick pace. You gotta be ready to go, otherwise you're gonna miss some things. But loved how they tied it together. Like I said, Rey, great character. The Rise of Skywalker, obviously at the end she says she's Rey Skywalker, so that's kind of where that comes from. And also Kylo Ren kind of flipped back to the light side of the Force, to the Jedi. Leia dies, obviously, which is sad, but I think we all knew that was coming. I actually was really upset when I thought Chewbacca died, but turns out he didn't, which was great. I would have been very upset. Leia, I mean, like we said, we obviously knew she was probably going to die just because how it was going to go. But yeah, and then Kylo Ren, how they've been like kind of seeing each other through the Force, like even when they're way far apart. That we kind of learned why they did that. Senator Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine, I guess, said that's a Force connection that hasn't been seen in, I think, thousands of years, he said. I can't remember. I've only seen it once, obviously. So that was that. So there's just a lot going on. Overall, go see this movie. I would recommend it. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to give you guys my list of favorite Star Wars movies here after this, but I'm going to give it a 9.7. Yeah, we'll go 9.7 out of 10. I loved it. The critics were not high on it, which I don't understand because I thought this was one of the best Star Wars movies, honestly. From the get-go, it's go, 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 and just ties the storyline together. There's a lot of lightsaber battles, and finding the another spoiler, obviously, if you if you haven't seen it yet, you probably shut this video off by now. But finding the Sith compass to track Palpatine, that was great. I had no idea about that, and that was just loved how that all tied together. So, like I said, 9.7. Why don't you comment below? Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. Now I'm going to give you my 1 through 9, my favorite Star Wars movies in order. So number 1, got to go with this one. Empire Strikes Back. Great movie. That one's probably close to a 10 out of 10. But that's my number 1. My number 2, movie just came out, Rise of Skywalker. Great movie. Loved it. That's one of the best movies I've seen in a long time, too. I see quite a few movies, and that one was one of the best for sure, no doubt. Number 3, Return of the Jedi. Grew up on this movie, loved it. Number 4, Revenge of the Sith. That's also a great movie. I know a lot of people have that lower, but I loved that movie so much growing up. It came out, I think, when I was, let me check when that came out. But it came up when I was growing up. So another factor in why I love it so much, but it came out in 2005. So I would have been in 8th grade. So that makes sense. I loved that movie. My 5th one, A New Hope, gets you into the overall series as a whole. Number 6, Force Awakens, which I actually enjoyed that movie a lot. It's just tough to beat those other ones. Kind of leaves a lot of question marks at the end, which is okay. Number 8, Attack of the Clones. I don't hate any of the Star Wars movies, but obviously ranking them, this one's number 8, no doubt. And then number 9, The Phantom Menace, which actually had one of the best Star Wars video games, but it's my least favorite of the 9, I guess. But thanks for checking this video out, though. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/cornfedpodcast1. Our Instagram is cornfedpodcast1. Our Twitter is cornfedpodcast1. So thanks for checking us out. We're going to keep this rolling. Thanks for everything, everybody. As always, I got to figure out how to end the stream. There we go. As always, stay corn-fed, my friends.